Welcome back. Loneliness is apparently just as deadly as smoking. This revealed in a new report by the Surgeon General this week. But what does this loneliness epidemic mean for our physical and emotional health? Joining me now to help us learn more is Insider Health correspondent Anna Medaris. Anna, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first and foremost, which age group is most impacted by this?
We're seeing that younger people are most impacted. I think over the past few decades, older people tend to be the ones that are isolated. So we see a lot of the negative health effects in that population, but the pandemic seems to have hit younger people the most.
What's the solution here? How can people kind of combat loneliness in terms of what the results of this study are showing?
Yeah, so the report actually doesn't have that much news, sadly. We have been seeing this trending in a negative direction for decades now. The report that finds that smoking and loneliness are equally deadly goes back to 2010, excuse me. But the problem is nothing's changed and things have gotten even worse, especially with the pandemic. And so I think the Surgeon General is really just trying to continue to beat this drum and encourage people to take action. You know, he also wants the government and local governments and healthcare providers to take action as well. But if we're talking about individuals, you know, the most obvious solution is calling a friend or checking on your neighbor, which sounds, you know, too easy to be the solution. But in reality, when you are feeling lonely, kind of the natural reaction, perhaps counterintuitively, is to isolate further. So if you can kind of push yourself out of that isolation, both you and the people that you're connecting with will benefit.
You mentioned about governments taking action. Is this something that's unique to Americans, or is this something that's taking place across the globe and other countries are also seeing this as well?
Yeah, I think we're seeing this across the globe, especially in developed countries. I know, you know, the UK at one point appointed a prime minister of loneliness, I believe, and but it also is uniquely American in some ways. Just the way that we use technology might be different, and you know that can be both good and bad. There's a lot of positive ways we can use technology to connect with people across the world, but when we take it too far, and especially when we use it in the presence of people who are with us, it can backfire.
Are we talking internal loneliness or external loneliness? Is it something that's emotional and mental, or is it something that's physical, or is it a combination of both?
Yeah, that's such a good question. The distinction between social isolation and loneliness is an important one. Social isolation is what it sounds like. You are physically not around other people, but we're mostly talking about loneliness here, which is a really subjective, internal feeling of maybe feeling invisible, or that if you were to disappear, would anybody notice? And that's what we're talking about when we talk about these negative health effects, because really from an evolutionary perspective, we need to be around other people to survive. And when we're not, we get that heightened stress state. And, you know, occasionally that's a good thing. It tells us that what we need. But when it's chronic, it creates a lot of inflammation, and inflammation is really the root of all of these long-term chronic diseases.
You know, depression, diagnoses for depression is also increased as well. Does loneliness, in terms of people that are suffering or feeling lonely, does that get, do they get prescribed antidepressants mistakenly, or how is it treated?
That's a good question as well. You know, depression and loneliness can go hand in hand, and it's sometimes hard to piece apart, you know, what is just depression, what is just loneliness, what is depression that's aggravated by loneliness. So it's really kind of a case-by-case situation, and something that doctors and patients need to work out with themselves. But, you know, you wouldn't treat loneliness with an antidepressant, but, you know, it would be hopefully kind of a multifaceted approach, where if you do have depression that's being exacerbated by your social situation, maybe you do take a medication, but then implement some other you know, strategies in your personal life to make more connections.
All right, Anna Medaris, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and we appreciate your insight.